What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Pregame, presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Yeah. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. This is my guy, Big Dave. He is at BAWL, B-A-W-L Sports. We are CHGO_Bulls. Make sure you're also following our guy, Will to Go Gottlieb. He is Will_Gottlieb. He is up there at Fiserv Forum right now, reporting live from this Bulls-Bucks game. We'll check in with him as part of our post-game show.
Cheers.
We got Steven rocking with us, controlling everything tonight.
Hey, Steven.
Filling in for Joey on pregame. Joey will join us for postgame. What's up, Jeff? Thank you. I'd never look healthy. Hopefully, at least I sound healthy. Speaking of which, can we give a quick shout out and a round of applause to our guy Kyle Williams for filling in on the show on Monday. Just, the only thing that I'm sad about is I wasn't here to enjoy Kyle's company and his great Bulls talk.
It was enjoyable. It was definitely awesome. Kyle is one of the most knowledgeable people about any sport.
He's a smart young man.
It's very, very smart young man.
I hope he's not coming from a job.
Hey, man. Hey, legends rise. There's nothing you can do about it, Matt. Like, you just got to ride with it, bro.
True story.
But he's not going to be down for long, but that dude is really a great sports mind, a really great writer, too.
Yeah. He's a smart dude. Shout out, Troy. Just call me ID. Appreciate y'all. Yes, the crew is back together. And we're going to have the whole crew because Mark K is going to join us for postgame.
Ow!
Hello.
Ow!
Huge game tonight.
Hopefully he's not showing his
game.
feet.
It's crazy that we have played the Celtics thrice already, Dave.
That is wild.
One of my favorite words, by the way, thrice.
I'm learning this, yes.
Thrice. Have not yet played the Bucks until tonight. First time these teams face each other since getting kicked out in a gentleman's tight 5 in their first round playoff series last spring.
Yes, and it feels like this is a game that I kind of want to win. I would love to win this game.
Very much want to win this game.
It's not like I don't want to win every game. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you want to win every game, you play blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But there are certain games you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I want to put a stamp on something right now. And I would love to do that and put this stamp on this game right here. Now, playing Boston, we match up well against them because Boston plays small. Playing Milwaukee, they play big. They play very, very big. And that's going to be a problem for the Chicago Bulls. It was a problem last season. We'll see what it is this season because now we got Drummond,
right?
To go up against some guys. But it's going to be it's going to be interesting.
A lot of size. Our old friend Bobby Portis, who we're going to talk about in a second.
Yes.
You got Giannis, the freak himself.
Yes.
And then Brook Lopez.
Yes.
The lesser Lopez brother, if we're being honest. Yeah. Shout out to our guy Rolo. Always in Bulls fans' hearts. Yeah. But, Brook Lopez, just an absolute freak interior defender, leading the NBA 2.8 blocks per game so far this season. Wow. And that's just part of this elite Bucks defense. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on in pregame, too. First things first, though, wanted to start off pregame with something fun, something for the kids. These kids out here who don't know enough about Michael Jeffrey the GOAT Jordan, Big Dave.
That Matt hates, it's the kids.
It's the kids not knowing, Dave.
In basketball
on this date, November 23rd in 1991,
great year.
So early season, and they're defending their first chip season.
Yes.
Michael Jordan was playing against the Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
And a young Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes.
Goes to the free throw line. Couple dribbles. Looks over at Mutombo, who's talking some shit.
Yeah.
And MJ says, "Hey, Dikembe, this one's for you."
This one's for you, baby.
Closes his eyes
and swishes
that free throw.
I think it's the swish that just really deflates you. No rattling in or nothing like that. It looked better than if he would have shot it with his eyes open. It was like, dude, how focused are you? It's insane. It's insane.
Because MJ played primarily in a time before everyone had a smartphone with a camera on it, these moments were so rare to capture. NBA broadcasts, the old tape is still there. All these games, a lot of old 90s games, Jordan games are up on YouTube. You can go watch them. But something like that being captured on camera is so great because people talk about MJ doing that a lot. But that game, in that instance against Mutombo, is the rare moment where it was actually captured on camera.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where you don't have to sit there and tell kids about it. Like, I remember in 1991 when he hit a free throw with his eyes goes out. Shut up, old man.
I don't have enough gray hairs to be doing that to kids yet. But
you do it already.
But that's kind of the vibe, though, isn't it?
Yes, that is definitely the vibe. Anytime we talk about Mike, that's all kids hear when we talk about Jordan. I was just talking about Mike with my niece, man. Shout out to her. And we were talking about the Miami Heat, your squad over there. And she was saying they showed all the retired numbers. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, do you know who else number is retired up there? And she was like, no, who? And I was like, yeah, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, his number retired. He never played for them. I know, because he's great. She told me that's not true. She didn't believe me. Guess what she got? A YouTube link showing her the entire ceremony and when it happened and me saying the greatest ever.
I believe that's what the kids call fuck around and find out. No, that's what kids say these days. Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to lie.
Do not question Uncle Big Dave.
I'm not here to lie and fib about the greatness of one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Thank you, Bruce Lee Warrior. I appreciate you.
A question just occurred to me.
Okay.
Is it Uncle Big Dave or just Uncle Dave?
It's just Uncle Dave.
That's what I thought.
It'd be so weird they call me Uncle Big Dave.
It's Uncle Big Dave sounds weird.
Yeah. It's not even Uncle. Well, some Uncle Dave, some is Unc, some is just David.
Yeah.
No,
well,
yeah.
Sorry to my brother. There can be only one Uncle Dave, and it's this guy right here. Real quick, I was curious. So, and bless Basketball Reference for always being there. I went back and looked up the box score of this Bulls Nuggets game when MJ had this closed eye free throw against Dikembe and the Nuggets. Okay. Bulls win, of course, 107-100 to improve to 10-2 on the season. This was their defend the first chip season. MJ's box score, just a real casual 37.
Smooth, yeah.
Perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line, blindfold free throw included.
Yes.
6 boards, 3 assists, 1 block. The other thing that I wanted to shout out, though, if you saw in that video, if you notice who was standing on the inside block for the Bulls on that free throw, because it was our pal Stacey King.
The one and only?
Stacey's numbers coming off the bench that night.
Okay.
16-9.
Ooh, had a good game.
Way to show up, Stace.
All right, Stace.
Look at there he is.
Did you
young Stace with the flat top.
Did you happen to see Will Purdue's numbers for that night?
I did.
Okay.
He started and had, I believe, 9 and 6.
That's solid. I mean, he's going against one of the best ever,
right?
Dikembe. So, yeah, 9 and 6, that's holding your own right there.
But, I got to call Will out. He started, only played, I think, 19, 20 minutes. Stacey got in a full 30 minutes off the bench.
I mean, he was hot. Like you just said it. He was hot, 16-9. He's hot, man. You got to put the hot hand out there.
Have to.
When the left hand is going, man.
Have to.
Shout
Mike,
out to him.
A casual 41 minutes.
That's just usual.
That's a light night for Mike.
Yeah, I'm sure he played all 82 that season, too. Yeah, he played all 82.
Since we're on the topic, did you guys see that quote from George Gervin, the Iceman,
which
about
quote?
MJ?
No, what is
This was
George
just
say?
like 2-3 days ago.
I love George Gervin.
He said he had his own way of scoring. He didn't score like me. I didn't score as many points as he did, but I didn't shoot as much as he did. Mike and Kobe shot more times than anyone in the history of basketball, so that means they missed a lot. So he was trying to slander. Now, they were former teammates for a very short time, too.
Yo, he was done when they were teammates.
He had a front row seat,
Yeah.
and he still had things to say like that.
That's fine.
He was trying to say he was a better scorer than MJ was what the quote was about.
No.
No. Just no is the answer.
No, he was a great scorer. Don't get me wrong. He was a great
MJ
scorer.
never scored 81 in a game. Kobe will always have that over him.
Yeah, he never scored 81 in a game. But Kobe never shot 50% from the field in the season.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude averaged 50% from the field. That's what he did, man.
Right.
Mike, he averaged, 37.3 for 1 year? I think Kobe averaged 36 for one season, man. But Mike averaged 37. Oh, God, that's dumb. It's just dumb.
As AK in the comments, at 37 points with the hand checking. And that's today's game, scoring 47. Yeah.
It's absolutely true.
MJ was scoring all of those 30-plus and 40-plus and 50-plus games in an era with hand check defense, and he was barely shooting any threes.
Barely shooting any threes.
It just puts into perspective how freaking ridiculous that man was.
And I just love how Mike, king of the petty, people told him he couldn't shoot threes, so he waited until the finals to go in and set a record.
Game one of the finals of later that season.
Let me go set this record for you.
Y'all say Clyde's is as good as I am?
Yeah, I got
Clyde
you.
shoots threes better than I do?
Shrug.
How's 6 in the first half for you?
Let me get the shrug for you. Yeah, let me set 2 records for threes and points in a freaking half.
The children must learn.
I love teaching them. It's my favorite thing to do is teach them about Mike. I got what I call a Mike bag ready to go, man.
Those young bronze stands, they must learn.
I love you all. Come learn. Come sit at the feet.
Matt Skizzy in the comments said that Debo is going to one-up Kobe, go for 82 tonight.
Come on with it.
I would love to see that.
That'd be great.
That would be nuts. Okay, so there's that. Happy anniversary to the MJ closed eyes free throw. Just an epic. Like, as far as MJ moments, there are different categories of favorite moments because there's the favorite game-winning shots, favorite 50 burgers, whatever. Yeah. In the not hugely consequential of winning a game MJ moments, that close-eye free throw with Mutombo is always up there for me. I don't know there's just something so like childlike and innocent and fun about it, but at the same time, just throwing his MJ-ness at you. Like, I know we're in a game that counts right now.
And he did it on the road.
I'm still going to just shoot this free throw blindfold.
Like, he did it at your house. And then he told you he was about to do it and then did it. And that's greatness. When you know it's coming and you still can't stop it. That's what greatness is.
Absolute greatness.
It's amazing.
All right, we're going to start looking at this Bulls-Bucks game coming up next in just a minute. While we're giving you guys a quick word from our friends at DraftKings, hit that thumbs up button. Do us a favor.
Do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today's episode of Pregame brought to you guys by DraftKings.
Hey!
NBA fans, the NBA season's heating up, and there's still so many unknowns. Like, who's going to win MVP? You can throw a futures bet down. Maybe Giannis? When I'm looking to get in on the action, I bet with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA and our official betting partner at CHGO. New customers can bet just $5 pregame on any NBA money line to win $150 if their team wins that game. Check this out, too. Everyone can earn up to 100% boosted odds with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, place the same game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, total rebounds, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Yeah. Just like Dave wins big, hydrating, crushing them cans of liquid death.
Murder your thirst.
Quick revisit to yesterday's episode when we had our DraftKings pick of the week. Do you recall what I told you and our pal John Saymon? My pick of the week leading into Kings Grizzlies, which was a great game last night. De'Aaron Fox combined points, rebounds, assists.
Crushed it.
I said take the over 36.5.
Destroyed it.
46. You're welcome.
I should have put the 1,000 down that I thought I was going to put. I was going to put $1,000 on that because I thought it was like, that sounds really easy.
Sounds like a gimme?
Yeah.
It was a gimme.
It was a gimme.
That's why it was my DraftKings pick of the week.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Again, this is why I don't gamble, because I literally was going to put $1,000 down.
As you just said before we sat down in these chairs for pregame, man, I just bought some expensive MJs.
Yeah, man.
Good for you, though.
Yeah.
Treat yourself. Download that DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, signing up with promo code CHGO. Place that $5 NBA moneyline bet for your chance to win $150 in free bets if your team wins.
Do it.
All right. Moving along. Bulls-Bucks. Quick injury update tonight.
Okay.
For the Bucks, injury report clean other than Chris Middleton, who has still not made his season debut, nursing that wrist injury.
Still dealing with that.
For the Bulls, kind of a bummer. Goran Dragic, after getting that shoulder stinger in their game Monday night, went from probable yesterday to questionable today to downgraded just about an hour ago to out.
It was what I expected. I mean, when it happened, I called it. I said, that's a stinger. It looked like one, and I was like, there's no way. He's 36. I was like, bro, he's not playing the next game. It's not going to happen. And there it is, not happening like I thought it would. So, yes, it's definitely a bummer because you want all hands on deck going against this squad right here. So I think we're definitely going to see a lot of Kobe White tonight. We're going to see a lot of him tonight, man. I hope he's prepared for that.
Yeah, that's obviously what you would assume is that means more minutes for Kobe, who hasn't really quite gotten into a rhythm. He had a couple of nice moments in their win on Monday against the Celtics.
He did.
Maybe if he's given a bit of a longer leash as far as minutes, that he'll show us a little bit more tonight. Just a little bit more detail on Dragic.
Sure.
Donovan said that when he initially went to the locker room, came back, put him back in the game, Dragic didn't ask to come out again. He wanted to play, but Donovan said he didn't quite look right, and that he pulled him and said, all right, you're done for the night.
Good call, Billy.
And they did give him an MRI just to be safe. It sounds like nothing resulted from that MRI. As far as like no bad news, nothing showed up on that MRI. So consider day to day moving forward. Hopefully in a couple of days he'll be okay.
Yo, his was a true old man injury because he went to bed and he was like, "No, I'm good. I'm playing, dog." Went to bed, woke up. God damn
Doctor did recommend a backiotomy.
Yes, he did. That was a true old man injury right there. Like, oh, you forgot how old you were? Did you count for a little of that right there?
Yeah.
Then Gay's not going to help you out. Go sit down.
So, we'll hurt to not have Dragic out there with that second unit. He's been huge for this team so far, Dave.
Colossal.
So, hopefully hurry back, Dragic. Take a few nights off.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself some Thanksgiving tomorrow and come back, hopefully, maybe even back as soon as Friday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
A dude Dragic's age, when you get a stinger like that,
yeah,
you're like,
man.
might need more than a couple days.
Might need him to sit down. And next week we'll see.
So we'll see. But there it is. Pretty simple injury report for tonight's game on both teams. Big Dave, you wanted to highlight a couple of players, one on our squad, one on theirs, who are leading the league in that little thing called double doubles. Did you not?
Yes, that was highlight. That was me highlighting right there when I did that. Thank you very much. Yes, there are two guys. Actually, there are four people leading in double doubles. Anthony Davis and Tyrese Halliburton are the other two, and they're all tied. Everybody's tied with 10. You can put that back up there, Steve. These two guys right here are the other two guys who are tied for the lead in the four-way tie with double doubles, and that is Nikola Vucevic, which isn't a huge surprise.
Right.
But that guy on the right is a huge surprise.
Bobby
Portis. Out of all the four people that are tied, he is the only one coming off the bench.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
He's made a few spot starts, but mostly has been playing a bench. I think he's started 5 of their 17.
Correct. And I just wanted to highlight the stats here because Vooch, showing the 15-11, the 47, the 37.7 from 3. He's having a really, really solid year. I'm just putting that up there just for the Vooch haters out there.
I love that that's there for the Vooch haters.
Come on, y'all. What's up? What's up? But Bobby, man, that is really, truly impressive what he's doing because he's not shooting a great percentage from 3. But he's not doing a big thing from the field. But he's doing this 13 and 10 in 26.9 minutes a game.
That's crazy.
That is excellent work by Bobby Portis right there. It's not just falling into a double-double with just a 10 and 10.
Right.
No, man. That's almost 14 points a game.
Right. That's like, if you extrapolate that to the per 36 NBA's version of stats, like that would be him averaging a 20 and 10 kind of.
See what I mean?
Then some.
That is impressive what Bobby Portis is doing to be up there with those guys, especially coming off the bench. And so when you see stuff like that, I think that automatically puts him in the running for Sixth Man of the Year when you're doing things like that. Of course, it's very early on and things like that, but he's in the conversation for Sixth Man of the Year, man. He's having a great season.
Just incredible. And meanwhile, look, it's been sort of a rocky start to the season for Vooch. Mm-hmm. We've talked about what he and Demar and Zach were called out from their head coach, Billy Donovan, a few days ago when they were in that malaise, that 4-game losing streak of saying it's on those three to get off to better starts.
Yes.
They got off to a better start against Boston, and it certainly helped that the Celtics were chucking up a lot of bricks in the first quarter of that game Monday night. Yes. Maybe we'll see the Bucks, do us a similar favor tonight, but Vooch has got to be that third option on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
Because DeMar's going to have off nights. Zach's going to have off nights, clearly, like the night we saw him have in Orlando. But Vooch, I think more so than not, has been steadily reliable this season.
Yeah.
Had a couple of those, Vooch shooting, shooting nights early on, but he's been coming around. He's been hitting some threes.
Yes.
Timely threes.
Yes.
And the question tonight will be, can he still be his effective self? Can he get some scoring done in the post when going up against a monster like Brook Lopez?
And that's what it's going to be. I'm glad you said that right there, Matt, because you're right. He hasn't been great as far as some of those shooting numbers that we've seen. They haven't been great. Like we saw, his percentage was not super high from the field. But what is keeping that percentage near 50% is because he's like, well, I'm also huge. Let me go inside and let's start working it inside. And, that's making Stacey King very, very happy watching Vooch get inside and score that way. And so I'm interested to see him do it, like you said, against a guy leading the league in blocks, against a team that is just full of people ready to guard him and clog up that middle. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Like, can he still get those 15, 16 points by going inside, doing it that way? We know the jump shot hasn't been on point so much for him. I like to see them continue working it inside out, and we'll see what it is against the Bucks because, I mean, they're huge. They're big. So he's going to have a tall task, pun intended.
Hey. Jeff in the comments saying, Vooch is my rock. Well, actually, it's DeMar, but still. You can have more than one rock.
Right, you can have more than one rock.
Plenty of rocks.
Give that man his rocks.
And speaking of rocks, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's huge.
He's been quite a rock.
He's been
quite a rock for the Bucks for going on better part of a decade now. Obviously a name in that MVP conversation early on this NBA season.
Yeah.
If you look at what he has done so far, his numbers averaging just over 30 a game. That is on pace for a career high. Last season was his newest career high at 29 and change. He's averaging even a little bit better than that so far this season. Plus the double-digit boards, 5.5 assists. But there you see, if you look at the shooting splits, not his most efficient shooting season.
True.
He's still above 50% overall from the field, which is, very, very strong. Never been real threat from behind the three-point line, but that 22 is lower than his career average.
Matt would say,
and
poopy.
Then, that's that's a Chris Dunn kind of three-point percentage right there. Chris Dunn. And then if you look there, 57% at the line. I saw our guy Gio point out in the comments, just 9 of 27 from the free throw line in his last 2 games.
Yeah.
Giannis has been up and down with his free throws his entire NBA career. There was that whole thing in their championship run 2 seasons ago when, fans of their opponent on road games would be doing the 10-tick count when Giannis was at the stripe because he was taking his sweet time.
Right.
But like last season, he was above 70% at the line. This season, Giannis has struggled, but he's also averaging a career high of over 12 attempts per game.
Yeah.
So he's getting to the line.
Yeah.
He's only barely making half of them, though, Dave.
I'm glad. Everything you said is awesome. And
should we hack Giannis tonight?
Yeah. I don't see why not. I showed the video last game of him, trying to practice his free throws after the game in Philly and how angry he was. And he took that anger out on the people in Philly by throwing a ladder with one hand across the court, which was very, very impressive to me. And then just calmly walked back to the free throw line and started trying to take his free throw shot. So it's frustrating him, is the bottom line of it. It's really upsetting him that he hasn't gotten this down. But you see it's affecting other points of his game as far as his shooting is concerned. Because like you said, it's affecting that three-point shooting. It's not like anybody was depending on him to hit those shots. But 22% is just bad. You want it to be serviceable when you're Giannis. You want to be 29-30. Just to be serviceable. 22? Damn.
Yeah.
That's just not right. And hopefully that keeps going on tonight and the Bulls recognize that. I'm sure there's a game plan for it. Maybe they leave him open a little more around that perimeter to do that. Like you said,
they're going to give him a perimeter buffer tonight.
Yeah.
It's a question of whether or not the Bulls can stop Giannis in the interior.
Yeah, we'll see.
In that series, back in late April, whatever that was, this Bulls team has had a tough time stopping the Giannis train when he decides to drive and get to the bucket.
What made it worse was he would shoot like 75, 80% from the free throw line. So that's deflating. And right now he's not hitting that. And so, that gives you a chance to be in the game. Yeah.
So the Bulls will have their hands full with Giannis, of course. Overall, though, this Bucks offense, not that impressive out of the gate. Their offensive rating so far just 110.4. That's only good for 21st in the NBA. It's actually one spot behind the Bulls, whose offensive rating is just over 111 right now. It's the defense that has shined for this Bucks team. No surprise there.
Yeah.
This team with Giannis and all the complementary pieces that have been making deep playoff runs, won a chip, have been about their defense. Their defensive rating, 105.9, first in the NBA. That's like crazy good. Not historic good. Some of those 90s NBA teams had defensive ratings in like the low 90s. But the closer you get to the present day, it's like the 04 Pistons, some of the early Spurs teams where you get some of those kinds of defensive rating numbers. They're also first in 2 of the 4 defensive 4 factors categories, being opponents' effective field goal percentage, also tied in opponents' free throw attempts per field goal attempt. So they are not letting their opponents get to the line, and they are keeping their opponents to very low field goal percentages.
Yeah, they are skilled, man.
For this Bulls half-court offense that's had some trouble, Dave, this is going to be a challenge tonight.
It's going to be a real challenge, and so you're going to need you guys like Debo, and you're going to need Zach. but you're going to need Patrick Williams tonight to do what he has been doing, being comfortable and scoring and being comfortable with the basketball and creating. He's growing each and every day. They're going to need him tonight, not only just to be in Giannis's face, but to actually provide them with some offense, man. Now, we do know when DeMar plays them, he usually plays well against them. Zach doesn't, though. Zach struggles because he has to be on Drew Holiday. And Drew Holiday, that is a problem. But that's why I keep saying Patrick Williams is going to have to be that guy, man, because he can actually get Giannis in foul trouble as well. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting watching him play.
People in the comments highlighting the fact that the Bucks are probably going to pack the paint against the Bulls tonight. Yeah. AK mentioning that, Jeff mentioning that. Look, it's what we saw them do against us in that quick 5-game series.
Yeah,
they dared the Bulls to shoot and make threes.
Yeah,
the Bulls shot threes. The Bulls bricked threes.
Yeah, we're going to need them tonight, man. When the Bulls shoot over 40% from three, they are undefeated.
There you go. Gio in the comments saying, hey, the Bulls hit over 40% from the perimeter. I'm hoping for a Bulls W.
5-0 when they do it, man.
Chocolate Salty Bulls. Shout out.
Put them in your mouth.
One of the favorite names that pops up in our Bulls comments. Saying, does anyone put Grayson Allen in his place tonight?
Oh, here we go.
I saw somebody else earlier on in the comments saying, I'm just here to watch, I'm just here to boo Grayson Allen.
Yeah, we're here with some liquid death.
This is a game that is on the Bucks' home floor tonight, even though, look, Fiserv Forum, everybody raves about the new stadium, Fiserv Forum is so great. Oh, what do they call it? Like the Deer Compound or the Deer Complex? Like the area around the stadium that's sort of like a Bourbon Street kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard that. I don't know exactly the name of it.
No, I haven't gone.
We can ask Will.
Will, bless his heart, is behind enemy lines right now.
Yeah.
I can take that or leave that. I don't care.
Deer District.
Thank you, Mario.
There it is.
Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew they had a name for it. It's like, you know that when the Deer District is full of Bucks fans, it's like the 8th most populous city in Wisconsin. Remember last season when Bucks fans were getting into it with us, and I was like, congratulations, that just means nobody lives in the fucking state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I wonder why they were getting into it with that.
What, you want a cookie? The Deer District. Mm-hmm. Cool. Talk to me.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be over here.
Yeah. Cisco saying, Cream City. Oh, those great Cream City Edition jerseys.
Hilarious.
Absolutely fantastic.
Hilarious stuff.
Look, is anyone going to put Grayson in his place tonight? I don't know. Probably not. Like, do you take that last season beef with him and Caruso and leave it there? That's probably the smart thing to do.
Back out there healthy.
But Caruso, because remember, Caruso had come back and was playing in that series. He wasn't, but then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Remember, he had a bad back.
And
then so Caruso didn't even finish that 5-game series against the Bucks. He was already on the shelf again. So, I mean, look, would I like to see Andre Drummond flatten Grayson Allen like a bug at some point tonight? Yeah, I would.
It'd be fun because it would be fun just to see his reaction. That one. With a hat toss out of joy.
Right.
He will be on fire if that happens right there, man. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. They have hit him, though, in the past.
Right.
Remember, Derrick Jones Jr. gave him one last time he was here, and you were very pleased with that. So
people in the comments pointing out that DJJ gave him a little bow.
There it is.
Chirac Bobby, Bulls Troy, DJJ just needs to elbow him properly. Yeah, he didn't really get a good clean elbow the first time around, so maybe we'll do it a second time.
I'm looking at Michael, man. That's very poetic there. Pat the Destroyer has awakened in my dreams. It's time for him to step into reality.
Wow.
All right.
Pat the Destroyer.
That is poetic right there, man.
I like that.
I thought of Pat the designer when he said that, man. Shout out, Pat.
Shout out, Pat. That's our guy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can see Pat build on that offensive confidence he showed in the win over Boston.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the floor, good luck. Because, Pat, you're probably D'ing up and trying to do your best to check Giannis for large stretches of tonight's game.
A lot of prayer.
And that is not a fun task for anyone.
Nobody. It's not. But, hey, it's the task that you have, sir. And he wanted to be in the NBA. This is what comes with it, sir. Got to guard them great ones.
That's true.
He can do it. Come on, Pat. He can do it, man.
Such a great way to kick off the road trip if you can get a win up in Milwaukee tonight.
Against your rivals,
Look,
man.
the Bulls have proven that they can beat Boston. They've done it twice. They've beaten Brooklyn. They've beaten Miami. They've beaten all these teams that they could not beat.
That's
right. The top teams of the East, at least last season. We know Miami's got their struggles. Our guy Steven doesn't want to hear about that. Big old Jimmy fan. But, look, if you could prove, like DeMar said after beating Boston, look, man, we might have a stinker of a game and lose a game that we should have won to Orlando, but a win like this proves to us that we can compete with any team in this league. So go out and prove it again tonight.
Yeah.
Please.
That's what we want.
Because I can't yell tonight. I'm still trying to work this voice back into health, and I would much rather be here happy, pleasantly, calmly talking about a victory.
It's going to be interesting to see how calm you try to keep yourself watching this. I've never seen him try to keep himself calm because he doesn't want to hurt himself even further.
Are there any sedatives?
It's going to be interesting.
Are there any sedatives lying around the office?
I'm going to check. That would be a no.
Dontavius, it would be a great way to start off our Thanksgiving.
It
Let's
would
do
be.
it
Yes,
with a Bulls W.
Oh, that dressing on tastes so much better with a Bulls W.
It is 7 o'clock here in Chicago. It's 7 o'clock up there in Loserville. That means it's time for tip-off right around the corner.
Man.
Thank you all for checking in, hanging out with us for pregame. Do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already before you head out of here. Enjoy Bulls Bucks. We will be back here for Bulls postgame following the conclusion of tonight's contest. Mark K will join us from down under.
Mark K.
Will the GOAT will join us from Fiserv. We will talk to y'all then. Shout out and thanks to our guy Steven for filling in for Joey on pregame. For Steven, Big Dave, myself. Appreciate you, Bulls Nation. Go Bulls. See Red be good.